So hey everyone, so today we are going to look into a case of acute appendicitis. So it's a beautiful morning and I have just woken up and thought of making this video upon the case. I found this case in surgery ward. I have surgery posting right now, and my friend called me up and said that this patient had a interesting history of which when I listened sounded like funny. So he said that he had this pain of appendicitis for past 7 years, and the pain happened exactly on the same day of the year, or around the same week, which is first week of August. So let's move right into the chart and see how this disease is working, because even though he has a history of 7 years, why did he have to be operated in this time of his life, not before? And he had also a history of some past history of, I think, perianal fistula, for which he was treated ayurvedically. Maybe Seton used to tie up the fistula tract and obliterated that. So let's see. When we see that, I have posted the video of nakshatra and the related body parts, and we can see Mars in Satabhisha nakshatra and Venus is in Scorpio sign. You see, this Scorpio sign is actually this represents the cecum, colon, part of the intestines. This also represents perineum, and it's a very mysterious sign to begin with. So the Scorpio sign is, absolutely always, it's like a rule that whenever there is colorectal cancer, there is fistula, the Scorpio sign is involved one or other way. It is either it is in 6, 8, 11, some planet is over there, some, this Scorpio sign is getting activated during the dasa whenever the disease is diagnosed. So the Scorpio sign is important. And when you see Satabhisha nakshatra represents the right lumbar region of our body. So actually the appendix is in the right iliac fossa. However, the actual position of the appendix in his body might have been retrosacral, so moving up to the flanks, I think. So this is why it's showed up in the chart like this, planet placed in Satabhisha nakshatra. So you can see how fantastic it is to predict that the origin of pathology is in certain part of the body, and certain things happen to him because of certain reasons. So moreover, the Satabhisha nakshatra lord is Rahu. The Rahu is sitting 6 places away from it itself. So its own, its own house. So the lord of this house is also weak, and to say the Rahu is lord of this nakshatra also 6 places away from it. And when we see fantastic Sarvadra Bodha Chakra, we can see that the Rahu has aspect upon the Satabhisha nakshatra. So Mars is not happy over here, and he's creating troubles. So Mars is a fiery kind of planet, and it indicates an inflammatory kind of disease condition. So this is what it is. So so the nakshatra part is done, and we can see that the pathology is here. And we know 6th lord, the lord of this Rashi, this Scorpio sign, is Mars. So when you look at dasa, there is Mars dasa running correctly, and he is running Venus Antardasa. So this is pretty simple and quite, you don't have to use a mind at all. It is quite obvious that 6th lord dasa, that too Mars and Antardasa of the planet sitting in the 6th house, obviously some disease is going to happen in life. So this person is in the phase of life where he has disease. Okay, now to see why, why he had to go through surgery in this time of the year or this time of his life. So when you further look into the dasa, you'll find somewhere Ketu dasa, because this is not the exact chart that he had told me, because he said it roughly is 3 to 4 p.m. and by looking at his appearance, I am of the opinion that he must be short-haired, broad shouldered, so he must be Gemini ascendant. So let's say this is his chart. So after looking at it, looking at all the dasa, I think somewhere this should come. I think Moon, Venus, Rahu and Mars would have. Okay, not Rahu, then Venus and Ketu. Okay, Rahu or Ketu should come. Not Mercury, Saturn, but Rahu or Ketu. Ketu should come for surgery. Mars, Rahu, Mars, Ketu, anything would work. So basically, in this time he had this surgery. So you can see that how precise this thing can go. You can also time exact surgery day, because for any surgery to happen, dasa or antardasa must have Mars and Ketu. Preferably the Mahadasa of Mars or Antardasa of Mars with Pratyantardasa Ketu, something like that. Otherwise, surgery thing cannot happen in anyone's life. This has to happen in this dasa. In Antardasa, Pratyantardasa, somewhere or another Mars and Ketu must show. So the 11th Lord and Mars, 6th Lord, this is a very karmic kind of thing for him, because the both 11th Lord is Harabhab. This is the destroyer of the troubles, and 6th house is the troubles. So Mars being weak and placed in the Satabhisha Nakshatra is the main source of his trouble in his life. I can predict many more things from here, because the Venus is in 6th house. This is a very bad position for Venus, because Venus is debilitated house-wise. So this person has no sense of satisfaction in his life. He has relationship issues. He often goes through transformations in relationships. Moreover, it is Saturn and Mars in the house of Saturn in Navamsha. Venus is in the house of Saturn associated with Mars. So this person is, even if he had married, even if he would marry in this life, so he would be cheating in his relationships even after marriage. So this is a very bad combination for marriage. And talking about his lifespan also, this person has a shorter lifespan, because the 8th Lord is debilitated over here, and the Lord of that house, there is a Parivartan Yuga, but however this is what it is, because the 8th Lord is debilitated, and 5th Lord is placed, 3rd Lord is placed 6th from itself. So this is also not good. And also Ketu Sun posited in the 8th is creating troubles to his own life. So again, the Lagna Lord is placed in the 8th house, which is also a bad position for it. So all the three things we have to look upon for the longevity part is less. So this person probably has 45 to 50ish kind of life, because if he didn't have moon over here and no Parivartan Yoga, I would say even less would be the lifespan. So this is a movable sign, so he would die away from home, and let's not get into that. When getting so let's see the chart transit of his operation day. So this is the chart. This is the exact time, this is the exact point of time where this operation had started. You can see that this Mars is his 11th Lord, and I'm going to share a beautiful knowledge that whenever surgery is happening, there must be connection of 11th Lord. Whenever if you are planning to do your surgery, if it's elective surgery, for the matter, if you are a doctor and there is any chance you can do an elective surgery, you should look at the patient chart and see that if the 11th Lord is retrograde or not. Because if it is retrograde, there is going to be troubles in the operation. He is going to have complications. So the 11th Lord position should be good, and preferably I would prefer that. So the tithi should be Rikta tithi. I prefer if the tithi had been Chaturthi, because Chaturthi is a Rikta tithi. Rikta tithi is perfect for perfect for cutting off a part of your body or throwing your organ or something like that. If you do that in Rikta tithi, it is a great thing. And also you can look at the Panchanga if you have the habit of looking at Panchanga. If you're interested in astrology, it's a very nice thing to do, because let's say if you do a certain task in Amrit Yoga, so you know that the thing is going to increase over time. Okay, so sorcery is bad for doing Amrit, to be done in Amrit Yoga, because you have to do it again and again, because Amrit is never ending. So you have to do the thing never endingly, because so that there is a misconception that Amrit Yoga is the best yoga. No, it is not, because Amrit is never ending. You want to make the good things never ending, but the bad things must come to an end as quick as possible. So this is you have to look at all those things. So any more I'd like to share is okay. For this chart, let's see. Moon is Atmakarak and Moon is placed in the Moon is debilitated. So there is all the chances that this person is going to be having a lot of troubles, because Atmakarak itself is debilitated, because this person has no sense of first of all, this person has a very short karmic baggage to be experienced in this life. So and moreover, the Atmakarak is debilitated, so the death of this person is very painful kind of death, because he had like having a lot of IV cannula in your hands and going through a lot of troubles. This person has a preponderance to have colorectal cancer also, because the Venus, look at the Venus and Mars. There is a high chance that, because even let's say Mars is connected with Rahu Nakshatra. Mars is heat, the energy, and Rahu is chaos, and all the things. It creates a certain expansion in the body. So this is also supporting our theory of this patient having chance of developing colorectal cancer in life. So I think in my life, if I get the chance, most probably in up to 2020, let's say, there is a chance of him developing all that during this period, because this is the period of, so no, let's not see, let's see, Sun, Moon, Ketu. Okay, one time in his life he will develop. I think this is a chart, very good chance he has of colorectal cancer. He has also a short lifespan, so I think he will die of cancer in this life, that too away from home and all the circumstances. So this is how you see from a certain chart certain things about the person, and you can use this, see how the disease process have evolved, and you see how what is the karma behind his thing. Because the other thing is, the patient also said that he had the pain exactly on the first week of August, and we know first week of August falls in midway in the Shravan, okay, in about 10, 14, 15 of Shravan. So when we look at that, see the basics, exact degree of Rahu you see is 9 to 10 degrees Cancer. So the 9 to 10 degrees Cancer, when Sun is transiting over there, Sun in the 4th month is transiting over the 4th house, which is Cancer. Whenever Sun touches any planet, we should know that Sun is the storehouse of our karma. Sun stores all the karma that we have done in the past life. So whenever Sun crosses the degree of a planet, he shares the portion of karma of that planet to him from the past life. More precisely from the realm of the 8th house of his life, Sun is placed over there. So it is this is a great knowledge to have, when you see your chart in transit, and this planet is imparting the karma to Rahu, and whichever good or bad karma this person had done in his past life, most probably bad karma, because Rahu is the lord of this 9th house. He must have done some treacherous act to his father, maybe something to the foreigner, cheated someone who has Rahu in Lagna, or cheated his paternal grandfather, maybe anything related to Rahu, so that he is experiencing this disease in the form of Mars, because of Mars being placed in the nakshatra of Rahu. So Rahu being placed in the 2nd house, which is also a mrityu bhav. What do you call it? This is Marakastan. So planet placed in Marakastan, we can say all the things from there. So this this exact time sun imparts this. Every year sun is imparting the information or the karma to Rahu, and Rahu is creating the whole pain scenario in this patient. So this is how the disease is evolving in this patient. So this is quite funny or interesting, to say the least. Now he is operated and is well and good, but I think the disease is coming back because his karma is not over. So that's all for now. Thank you for listening.